Namaste. So, in this video, we are going to talk about ILI Entrance Exam 2025. So, exam date is on May 11, 2025, and around 20 days, 22 days are left for this exam. So, those who are thinking whether it is possible or not, we are going to talk about that. And in this video, we will also going to talk about syllabus of this exam and what will be the subject wise tips strategy, and also we will talk about the study material of those subjects. So without wasting any time, let's move further. So is it possible, the first question that comes to our mind when we all think that 20 days are left, so is it possible? So I personally believe nothing is impossible if you try, and if you seriously try you can accomplish that thing. All you have to do is that you have to work hard and hard. All right, so it's all about your mindset, your attitude, and how you approach things. If you approach with a positive mindset, positive attitude, and you have a mindset that I will do it in 20 days, then definitely I believe that you can do it in 20 days. So start by today only, do not waste your time further, and give the day, your whole day and night for it, at least for 20 days, and then there are chances that you may crack it. Yes, it is possible, but you have to prepare it accordingly and with the right strategy, and you have to know what to do or what to not. So in this video we will be talking about that thing, about slavers and all. So let's move further. Exam part pattern. As far as this exam pattern is concerned, the ILA entrance exam is of 180 marks, out of which 140 questions will come that will be of the nature of objective type, and four questions will be of subjective type. Objective type questions will comprise of 1 mark each, and we will later on we will know that what kind of questions they ask in this exam. So for the timing, just keep in mind that for 140 questions of MCQs. MCQs will come. So then there is portion of subjective type question. There will be four questions, and out of four questions you have to attempt all. And for the each question you will be allotted 10 marks. And then when your entrance exam is done, list will be made out on the basis of the marks, and they will call you for the interview. And that is a later part. I will make another video for that. For the timing, just keep in mind that one this entrance exam is of 180 marks. So let's start from over talking about the subjective type questions. So how many objective type questions? I have also told you how many objective type questions will come. So in this objective type questions, there will be three portions. One portion is English, and then is GK and current affairs, and then there is another portion of legal nature. So in English it will be of 20 marks. 20 questions will come, and what will come in this portion is synonyms, antonyms, idioms, and phrases, and then there is a preposition. So as far as these all are concerned, there will be of five questions for each this particular topic, and how you can prepare for it. For synonyms and antonyms, there is nothing definite as such. So just read newspaper, read vocabulary from wherever you can. You can just try that. Even you can attempt MCQ. Some questions will be repeated in future. So and then there's an idioms and phrases. For idioms and phrases, there will be a list of around 50 this idioms and phrases you will find on the internet. You can refer to that, and that is suffice for that. And for the preposition portion, I will recommend you to go through this. What is the difference between below and above, and where between and among is used, in where is in use, where is n used, these types of question that will come. For GK and current affairs, this is the very inconsistent portion of this exam. You cannot predict what will come. But if you analyze the previous portion, then they are asking questions from history. For that you can refer the book of Lucent, but you do not have time, so I will not recommend you to go for this. But the question of this nature will come reverse, history, geography. All right, so these types of in the previous year, like let me tell you, a question from Panchayat Amendment Act come, and so this will be the portion of 40 marks there that you will find of English and GK. Then there is legal portion subject. In the legal portion subjects, there are around 10 to 11 particular subjects. One is jurisprudence. In jurisprudence, there are 8 to 13 questions they will ask. This is the most asked portion in this exam, and you cannot think of leaving it. And then there is public international law. In public international law, I will tell you further what kind of questions come. And then there is constitutional law, tort law, environmental law, Indian Penal Code, followed by commercial law, which includes contracts, specific relief act, partnership and sales of goods act, and also law of limitation. So around this portion, the portion of jurisprudence, public international constitution, each portion around 5 to 10 questions comes. I will tell you further that how you can prepare for it. So for the timing, just keep in mind that these are the legal portion that they ask in the exam. Four subjective type questions are of such a nature. There are very basic questions from the previous year. Let me tell you, they asked about Dicey's rule of law and also asked us to give some judgments in favor of a rule of law that was given by the Supreme Court. Then they talked about this exceptions under murder, and then they asked about monopolistic and dualistic approach of states. So this type of questions, objective type of questions come. And if you at least preparing for the syllabus of you are preparing for the legal portion, I can assure you, you can easily attempt this subjective type questions. You do not have to do anything particularly for this section. You can leave this section and just focus on this legal portion, try to cover the syllabus, and you can attempt subjective type questions easily. So what should be the tips and strategy for this exam? So as 20 days are left, you can start by attempting PYQ of previous 10 years. That is most important for this exam. If you're not attempting PYQ, then I don't think so you will stand a chance to clear this exam. For that, you can use singles dedicated book for solved papers for LLM, and that is sufficient for this. You will also find there in previous year questions of Delhi University, Punjab University. All right, so you can use that for this attempting PYQs, and try to do it every day in night after self study, after doing subject wise preparation, and divide your time. So you what is my strategy was that I divided my time. How I divided my time: half day I dedicated it for the theory portion, and half day I dedicated for the bare acts. So you can do that. There are around 10 subjects, and you can dedicate 2 days for each subject, followed half day for theory portion and half day for bare acts. All right, so you will cover in 10 days easily. Then there is then I have divided two portion, theory portion and this pair acts only. In the theory portion, you will find out juris, PIL, tort, and environmental law. So for juris only, as the time is very less for you, so I will not recommend to go after books or read lengthy theories. What you can do in the alternative, what you can do is that you can use single books of solved papers. In that book you will find questions relating to your juris. Just attempt that of ILI, Delhi University, and Punjab University. If you attempt that, you can easily score a 6 out of 8 in this juris only portion. For PL, the syllabus is huge, but you can do what you can do is that they ask basic questions from basic uh, subject. So you can start by letting yourself know about basic basis and sources of international law. All right, like in Article 38, there are four sources of international law, in which treaties and conventions, customs are these kinds of things you can cover it. And then there is a portion of recognition of state, that how the states can recognize a new state. So this type of question they ask. And then the most important portion of this is start by UN Charter, that in UN Charter Article 1 and 2 is very important, which about purpose and preamble of this. They ask repeatedly questions. And then UN Security Council is very important. And then basic question, Security Council members, the permanent members, how many permanent members are there. And then ICJ, same, how many judges, how judges are appointed, and how the judgments are given, judgment, whether the judgment is binding. These types of questions will come. Then UDHR, you can get basic idea about human rights, but when it will come, basic UDHR, how many articles are there in it, and then followed by ICCPR and ICECSCR. And you for this subject also you can attempt ILI previous year's question. For TOE, just know the basics, like what is injuria sine damnum, what is damnum sine injuria, what are the general defenses to the this tort. If someone file a case against you, what are the general defenses that you can take. And then the defamation is very important. They repeatedly ask question from label and cylinder, that what is defamation, what are the essentials of defamation. All right. So they might also give you a this statement, factual statement, asking you whether it is a defamation or not. And then there is negligence, or kinds of negligence. What are the essentials? These are of questions. You can easily cover it in 2 days. Then there is environmental law. Environmental law syllabus is very huge, because sometimes they ask from the theory portion, and sometimes they ask also from this bare acts, that environment protection act, when did it come, wildlife protection, and when did it come. They may ask specific provision, that what is environment, what is environment pollution. So these types of questions comes from the environmental law. Then for the theory portion, start by conferences like Stockholm conference, then sustainable development projects came. Then there is Paris agreement. So you just do every international this steps that has been taken for the environment. You will easily cover. Then also cover landmark cases like Subhash case, where they said right to pollution free air and water. You have the constitutional right, and you can also do that. And for that you can refer to the DU case material. You just go through all of the cases, just briefly know what is held in what case. That's it. That's the theory portion of yours is covered. Then there is bare acts only. I always suggest students, if they are aspiring to trends of 2025 of, or even of ILI, the bare act part is very important. Some of you may argue at why you have included IPC and Constitution in the barracks, because for these topics also you can only refer to the barracks. No need to refer anything, uh, at least for 20 days. All right. So barracks portion is very important. If you cover this, you can easily score 60 to 70 marks in this portion. So the questions are very basic. For example, starting from IPC, what is good faith, what is offense, what is omission. So basic definitions, you just know what is the definition. Cover all the definitions in important definitions in the IPC, and then followed by the general exceptions. That kind of general exceptions are there, which includes private defense, the most important. And then main provisions like criminal conspiracy, theft, murder, extortion, kidnapping, cheating, defamation. So you just cover these portions. Just know the section number, and is in it, what are the essential ingredients of it. Then the constitution part, in the constitution part also, they ask most of the question from the bare act, which includes like president, how the president is appointed. All right. Governor, about governor they can ask. Then Supreme Court. Similarly, bills, time of the bill is very important. They ask about the timelines. All right. Then emergency maybe how the who this prorogate the emergency. And what are the timelines. What if you have to also take some authorization from the parliament or not. These are the kind of question types of emergency, national, state, and financial. Then schedule, you have to know all the schedules, and most important, this 10th schedule, just cover it properly. One to two question always comes from it. And the amendment part, the amendment portion in schedule, you have to cover this at any cost, because they repeatedly ask questions from it. Then from the contract act, although it is so huge, but you can prepare till 36 sections. And then you can also prepare how the contract is performed in case of a breach, and what are the remedies that you can take. So these kind of questions you can cover in contracted. Then partnership and soga is also is, but you can take a basic idea of what is partnership, how many partners are there in a partnership, and what are the mutual rights and duties of the partners. All right. So these kinds of questions that come in the exam. Then sales of goods act also, you just know the definitions part, that what is, who is seller. All right. So the like difference between sale and agreement to sell, these type of question that will come. Just prepare just attempt the pyq, you will get the basic idea. And these all topics are so huge that if I try to cover it in a single video, then at least I need the whole video for that part. So if you want me to make a dedicated video for that, I will make a separate video for each subject, telling you about what questions are important. Then there is specific relief act, just prepare, get a basic idea what is specific relief act, how many reliefs that you can from the court. All right. The limitation, there are 31 sections, just go through them. And also schedule, if you what is the time period in which within which you can file a case. For example, for specific from one socket, you can only file in 3 years. Also know when the limitation period start. That's it. If you cover this, you can easily score 90 to 100 marks. And the most important, just go through the pyqs. I will request you to go through the pyqs. Mostly focus on barracks, because this portion can easily get you 60 to 70 marks. Focus on the barracks. Don't leave subjective questions. If you um, preparing for the legal portion, you can easily score subjective type questions. And prepare well. If you at least work harder for at least 20 days, I can assure you, you might clear this exam. And for any doubt relating to anything, you can follow me on advocate RK Kalia on Instagram. And all the best wishes to all of you, those who are going to give an 2025 exam. I will also make a separate video for the those students who wants a comprehensive guidance, and who are focusing on 2026 exam. So all the best and best wishes. Thank you for staying with me.